Cold chicken McNuggets are not the move. It's Monday.
It's not Monday, buddy.
It's Tuesday.
There we go.
November 15th.
Nice.
It's a long day for me today, boys, but how are you today, Jackson?
I am lovely. How are you today?
Your dog be tired.
College.
Plus, like I'm doing, I just dropped $530 on grad school applications.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I wish I could pull up my ESPN Gainesville video, but it was never posted. And it makes sense because if you listen to it, my buddy got a little bit of it.
Were you live or was it a package?
No, it was just they were filming all the people. They were filming like post gamers, and I was
you got cut. You got cut.
No, they didn't post any. So I was like this. We ran into some girls, and they were like, and I saw like a microphone that said ESPN. I'm like, what's going on here? They let me cut into them, and I had my Cox shirt on, so I was like this, and so I walk up. She's like, "Oh, so you're a South Carolina fan?" I look right at the camera. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Cox fan." So. Or I'm a cock. I think I said, yeah, I'm a cock fan. So it was never going to air anyway. What's up, Aaron?
You were hoping that they were just live.
I knew they weren't live, but I didn't really know I still don't really know what ESPN Gainesville is. So
it was probably a radio.
Yeah, I think it's a radio.
So you might have just gone on the radio, bro.
I'll take it.
But I don't know if they could have aired that on the radio.
No, I said the word cock.
But let's get right into today's show. And
the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, that defense.
You're funny. So let's talk about it. Who's here in here? What up, Aaron? What up, Undertaker? And what up, my man, Aaron Barton? Alrighty. Let's get right into today's show. I have a coffee brewing that I'll eventually have to get to. But what do you want to speak about first, my friend Jackson? We got a bunch of stuff on deck. And you know what? Fuck your decision. I've already came up with it because you were too late, like your impotence. And let's get
You right. Sent me the text like 5 minutes before we're supposed to go live.
I had a long day, so fuck you. There is a man. He was drafted over LaMelo Ball. He was drafted after Anthony Edwards. And guess where you might find him this coming week? If you're looking for tickets, tickets are selling far and wide for this man. James Wiseman is returning to the G League. And It came in a presser last night. We found out, shout out Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Basically, what it was announced last night after the game that they were going to send James Wiseman down to the G League affiliate of the Golden State Warriors, the Santa Cruz Warriors, for an extended period for at least 10 consecutive days or more was what was said in the tweet by Anthony Slater. And it was said that, maybe 10 days straight. Wiseman's averaging 6.8 points, 3.8 rebounds on the season. And at a glance, you're like, look, he's really not terrible if he was part of a center committee. But the fact that he's a second overall big, that was supposed to be what you guys saw. What James Wiseman was supposed to be was what we saw Evan Mobley do last year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Evan Mobley is, even without the jump shot falling, still has an impact rebounding, playing defense, rolling, doing all the things that don't show up the stat sheet. Right now, Wiseman, we always knew he wasn't a great rebound positioner, like getting into position for rebounds. And we've seen him shoot threes and stuff. Like, there's been good flashes of dunks and blocks and all that, but it's been too sporadic that we need him to be more consistent. Even if really this wouldn't be bad if he was averaging 6.8 points and 6.8 rebounds. No one would be mad if he was averaging 7 and 7 right now in his minutes. Huh?
I would. So
for a guy who hasn't played really, let me hear your take.
There's not a single soul on the planet that can convince me otherwise that the Golden State Warriors are any way, shape, or form better without James Wiseman out on the court, man. Every time he's out there, he's gone. Yeah, so he disagrees with me, but I watch the Golden State Warriors. I watch every Golden State Warriors game, start to finish. And it's the same thing that we saw in his rookie season. When James Wiseman comes into the basketball game, they are not good. They're just not good. He looked really good in the summer league and in the preseason where he was making plays for his teammates, but he's a little too trying to find his bag right now, and it messes with the whole orchestra the Golden State Warriors are cooking with. So you see that ball movement, like every game you see that ball movement. So yeah, I had a couple of things that they should have done with James Wiseman. It was either trade him and Kuminga, or trade him or Kuminga, or both, or whatever. You could throw him down in the G League where he can get the basketball, exactly what we saw with Jordan Poole, which they decided to do. Or if you're going to keep him on the Golden State Warriors, you need to play him minutes, although it makes your team a little bit worse. We're 15 games in through the regular season. So, they don't have the same depth. They don't have the same veteran depth where they really have like the time. There's time, but there also isn't time. They're 6-8. Their defense sucks right now. Their bench defense is outrageous. So I really like this call because I think Wiseman's a stud. I think he's a bucket. Same thing applies to Kuminga and Moses Moody, but he can't be getting DNPs and then come on in 4 games later and you can't just expect him to do well. And defensively, like, I'm perfectly set with Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, and JaMychal Green. So I think Wiseman's still a year away. I don't think he's going to help out too much this year for the Golden State Warriors back-to-back championship run, but hopefully him being down in the G League helps him out.
So I want to show you something right here that I found interesting when I made a video on this earlier. This is the Santa Cruz Warriors G League squad right now, and I have it done by height. It contains a roster of James Wiseman, Jace Johnson, Trevion Williams, Zeke Moore, Guy Santos, Anthony Lamb, technically because he's on a two-way, Jerome Robinson, Ty Jerome, another guy who's on a two-way, Elijah Pemberton, Lester Quinones, Jakari McLaughlin, Jaquari, I can't say that, but Ryan Rollins, Dusty Hannas, and Pat Spencer. What do the Warriors do good? Guys who don't make the roster, they keep them around the organization. A lot of these guys could probably go to other teams or overseas, but they keep them around. I don't know much about Jace Johnson, but he's a 25-year-old rookie out of Marquette. That guy, not a development pick. I'm sorry. He would be on the roster right now if he was playing, if he was worth playing. What James Wiseman has right here is he's immediately the best player on this squad. That's a first.
See the name Pat Spencer?
Okay. Look. Let me rock. If you
no,
know,
you're right. I'm just kidding.
We love Pat Spencer. James Wiseman's the most talented player on this squad, and goddamn, I'm trying not to sneeze. Oh my god! Huh? What are you trying to say? Huh? All right. So when you look at this Warriors squad, I think the problems go deeper than James Wiseman in the sense that Andrew Wiggins and Steph Curry has been the best 2 players on this team. Jordan Poole has had his moments, but he's been average at best. Draymond Green, average. Klay Thompson, still working his way back. I'm not giving Klay Thompson any crap. He's still working his way back. Really, the only guys off the bench that have been successful is Anthony Lamb, JaMychal Green. Okay. We had a great game last night from Jonathan Kuminga, but Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, it's just like you know what's a big thing is that when James Wiseman comes in the game, a lot of his minutes come without Steph Curry at times. And they don't have a backup point guard.
And they didn't have a backup point guard last year.
I know, but if we look at last year's roster, because I knew you were going to bring this up. And I was going to be like, You want to hear something wild about this team last year? Even though they didn't have a backup point guard, they had Draymond Green dishing out 7 assists a night. They had Steph Curry dishing out 6.5. You had Jordan Poole dishing out 4. You had Andre Iguodala dishing out 4. You had Klay dishing out 3. Nemanja Bjelica dishing out almost 3. Andrew Wiggins dishing out 2. And so was Kevon Looney. But with this year's roster, your leading assister is. All right, you ready? You ready
Mr.
for
Green.
this? Hmm?
Mr. Green.
Yeah, Mr. Green, obviously. Okay, with dun, dun, dun,
MVP.
6.6. Then Steph Curry. They're still doing their things. Jordan Poole's still doing his thing. But Kevin Looney at 3. Okay. Then you got Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins 2.5 each. But then it falls off. Last year, they just had probably like 10 dudes like averaging almost 3 assists a night. Right now they have like 5 guys or 4 guys averaging 3 assists a night. And I just don't think there's enough ball movement on this team right now.
There's a ton of ball movement.
I know, but there's a ton of ball movement, but the correct ball movement to get like James Wiseman, like there's a when you have a guard who sets up a big like James Wiseman, Steph Curry can do it. Jordan Poole can kind of do it. Jordan Poole is more of a combo guard. Dre can do it, but it's kind of weird having Dre set up for James Wiseman with James still also being young. Like James is still trying to figure it out, and I think they need to just instill his confidence and have him dominate not summer league, but the G League. And that'll allow, because do you remember what James Wiseman's stats were when he was in the G League? You want to hear this?
Sure.
James Wiseman, last time he was in the G League, he was not somebody to mess with. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh my God, James Wiseman is, the next thing since sliced bread. But he put up stats that you expect from a player of his caliber to put up in the G League, and these stats exactly. And I think I did a great job of milking that. 17 in 3 games and 17 point, and he was injured. You remember this was when he was injured right before they like deactivated him. So this is injured. Take this. He was injured when he did this. 17.5 points, 9.5 rebounds in 20 minutes. In 3 games, shot 54% from the field, had 2 blocks a game basically. Yeah, he had 4 turnovers, but he was efficient as all hell. And I don't know. I think
that's exactly what I've been saying for 4 straight weeks here is just put him in the G League because he's the best player probably in the G League in general, let alone the Santa Cruz Warriors. And I don't think him and Jordan Poole should be able to get the pick and roll going. Jordan Poole's a phenomenal pick and roll player, and so is James Wiseman. I don't have any issues with the distribution on Golden State. The only players they're missing from last year that were averaging over more than 2 assists were Bjelica, who was a tough loss, and Iguodala, who played 19 games. So I was expecting a lot more playmaking, facilitating from Dante DiVincenzo because I think it's very apparent that Jordan Poole is more of a shooting guard, but I don't think it's a huge issue. I mean, if they didn't win it all last year, I'd have a different thought. But yeah, I think Wiseman needs to be in the G League just so he can get the ball in his hands, get that confidence up because it's demoralizing, man. You're the second pick in the draft a couple of years ago. You've battled injuries pretty much your whole NBA career, your whole career in general so far on the big stage. And you're not getting the ball much. You can tell there's film where he's upset. He's not getting the ball. And you also got to keep in mind, like, he's getting, no DNP, 15 minutes, DNP, 10 minutes. Like, it's just hard for anybody to build rhythm like that, let alone a young kid.
No, you're right. Let alone a young guy. You can't get better without consistent minutes, and that's why the G League is the best thing. I think just building. People also don't realize confidence is a huge part of it of your game. Like I played yesterday, and I haven't played basketball in like a month, and I was so, like, I got like my lungs were burning, and it was embarrassing, and I airballed 2 shots, and I was so mad at myself. Yeah, dude. I know. I was so mad at myself. And the worst part is I play like a hustle like game. So then I didn't have the stamina. So then I just went to shit. I felt for like my standards. And I need to go tonight.
Tony Snell numbers.
Tony Snell's underrated. Okay.
I'm telling you, Golden State not Golden State. Los Angeles needs to get Tony Snell, man. They had him on a workout a couple of days ago.
Tony Snell's only not on a roster because Twitter like ruined his career. But have you seen how good this guy was last night?
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
MarJon X factor to me.
I mean, fuck Jay Crowder. I got Marjon Beauchamp. Why trade any? I mean, they said they keep talking about trading Grayson Allen, but I mean, the reason why they're willing to trade Grayson Allen is they got to give more minutes to Beauchamp.
Word. And Connaughton, man. Beauchamp, I'm so glad he's working out. I know you were really big on him going into the draft. You got me on board with him heading into the draft, and he can play defense, but specifically that offensive game, it's something that they desperately need right now with no Chris Middleton or Pat Connaughton. So I loved seeing that performance last night. I know they got the loss, but they're missing important players.
Yeah, and Giannis said some kind words about him, saying how good he is. And Marjan Beauchamp, right? Yeah, if you look at his stats from like a glance, they're nothing wild. Just 7.5 points, 4 rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
and 18 minutes a night, 43% from three. I mean, the field, 32% from three, 70% from the free throw line, getting about a steal and a half. Nothing but the last 3 games, he's been averaging 15 points a night, about like 5 rebounds a night, 2 assists. And what was his G League Ignite stats last year? 15 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2 assists. So Beauchamp is showing that, yes, the 3-point shot's a little bit below league average. He is somebody that played for four separate high schools, didn't go to college. He went to community college. Then instead of going to community college, he went to the G League Ignite. He's 22 years old. Part of the reason he fell in the draft was because he was an older prospect, but he's somebody that I told you I was very high on because I thought he was an instant impact player.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna sit here and act like he was gonna be a starter. I don't think he should be a starter, but he was a guy that, like right now, 18 minutes a night, a guy who in his rookie season could give you 18 minutes a night because of his rebounding ability, because of his 7-foot wingspan, because of his defensive fundamentals and instincts. These are all things that guy, and he's not a complete inept offensive player like Matisse Thybulle. And you have a guy right here that people thought the loss of PJ Tucker was going to be a lot bigger, and it hasn't phased this team at all. Because Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo and company have been all playing phenomenal, but as well as the Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton injury could have been worse. But you got a guy like Marjan Beauchamp and the rest of the boys all playing great.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move on. I don't think there's much else.
It's my turn. Now, real quick, he reminds me of like Chris Duarte last year. Just kind of a guy, older player, ready to go, ready to help.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Without a three.
And the three will come.
He's still got a three, yeah.
It's just having it become consistent.
Yeah.
Now let's move on, and we're going to talk Celtics and Hawks, or should we do them together or separate?
Well, they're two different teams, so I'm going to vote separate.
Let's talk about this Boston Celtics team, right? And the Boston Celtics currently are 11-3. They're arguably one of, if not the best team in the NBA. And they're doing this all. They're led by their big three. Marcus Smarts, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. We all know Marcus Smart's the best basketball player on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Obviously.
It's Jaylen Brown, but
oh yeah, obviously.
I'm serious though. Like on a real note, I know Jason Tatum's the best basketball player on this team, but if I was a franchise inquiring, I would choose Jaylen Brown 10 out of 10 over Jason Tatum.
I hope you get made fun of for that, and I hope I remember that forever and never let it down.
Really?
Although I like Jaylen Brown a lot, so respectable. It's respectable.
Yeah, like
I saw Tatum's leading the MVP.
Like he should, but I seriously, I love Brown, and I think Brown would be my favorite. Maybe that's me being biased, but yeah.
Where's the bias from?
I've just always loved Jaylen Brown.
Oh, I'm a Duke boy, so I got the Duke bias.
Yeah, and I think Jaylen Brown, like Jason Tatum had all the talent, and like we knew he was gonna be good. Jaylen Brown, like people were like he was a reach. Like he was overdrafted, yet all this, and like every single season he got better. Like they were like he needed to learn how to shoot. He learned how to shoot. He needed to be more aggressive. Got more aggressive. Like Jaylen Brown's the definition of a superstar. He's just gotten better at every single year. Also, I think it's so disrespectful that Jaylen Brown has never been mentioned in Defensive Player of the Year talk. Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown is being disrespected. Right now, everyone's like, it's Marcus Smart. And I think, for me, right now. I know his defensive rating is actually 114 this season.
Oh
So
yeah,
that,
deep boy.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
smart.
no, Jalen Brown.
Yeah, okay, deep boy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually the worst of his career this year defensively. But no, the reason why I bring up Marcus Smart and like Jalen Brown not getting enough credit because Marcus Smart just talks a lot more. Jalen Brown's like the silent assassin. And guess what? Marcus Smart and Jalen Brown had the same defensive rating last year.
Nice. Yeah, Marcus Smart shouldn't have won.
Oh,
Yeah.
we both know that. We both know that. That was the biggest. Like, you're bitching so much, Marcus. Here it is.
Yeah, just shut the fuck
Fuck up. Literally, it was just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I like the
And
Celtics team a lot. I think they're starting to figure it out defensively. We saw them. It's OKC. Okay, people forget. Oh, fuck, that hurt. OKC. Shea's averaging like 31, 32. They're putting up points on the board. Poku looked nice.
Poku's looking good.
Yeah. So giddy up. I think Boston.
Let's ride.
You know, they're one of the worst defensive teams or bottom quarter defensive teams in the league. So I think that'll figure itself out, especially when Robert Williams is back. I think it's really cool to see that Sam Hauser is contributing. Peyton Pritchard last night was cool because these are really important guys. Because Blake Griffin, it's.
What do you mean? He's the glue holding this team together.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's inexpendable.
So yeah, they desperately need guys to step up.
He's bringing Lana Rhodes for like gangbangs in the locker room. I can't say that.
I'm really worried about Al Horford eventually falling off. I worry about Malcolm Brogdon's ability to just stay healthy. So it's good to see that Boston is winning without their best defensive player on the team. So, and yeah, Thomas, it's a very smart, clever inside joke.
So I want to say right now, who's Andrew?
I used to stream Raptors, and this guy absolutely hated the Celtics. He'd always come in, just say Celtics suck. Like all he would ever say is Celtics suck. I'm surprised he's a real person.
You know what's so absurd? Joe Mazzulla might be Ime Udoka might be the best defensive coach of all time. Joe Mazzulla might be the best offense. This is the best offensive team in the league. Number 1 scoring team in the league. Number 1 offensive rating. They are the 8th worst defense in the league. They're 3rd, though, in net rating with plus 5.8. So
yeah, they'll figure it out.
Oh, they'll figure it out. Okay, but can we talk about the fact that this team is phenomenal on offense? Fuck their defense.
I think it's Tatum and Brown. They're getting everybody involved. They're just continue like you're saying. They're just continuing to elevate and evolve their game, and now they're really helping their players get going. It's very Giannis-like to me. Where Giannis just kind of gets everybody going in the first half, gets their confidence up, so they can continue into the second half to close the game, and then when he needs to turn on the offense, he turns it on.
What are they? A 7-game win streak or 6-game win streak? I think it's a 7-game win streak. And you got Jason Tatum playing arguably the best basketball in the world, and they're demolishing opposing teams in the half court. I know their poor defense doesn't even matter because, oh my God, I hit my microphone. That probably sounded terrible.
It wasn't too bad.
But hit my microphone. It's absurd. And let's move on to a team that their defense is actually rather good. Do you not agree?
Yeah, very good defense.
Very good defense. Very good.
It's cool to see. One of the best in the Est right now.
Really? I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
No, they're one of the best teams in the East.
Atlanta. They are. Yeah, Atlanta is one of the best teams, okay? The Hawks are... And I just typed in the Hawks, and I got a picture of...
A hawk?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been making Titans videos, and every time I type in the freaking Titans, I get, like...
Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I get stupid Titan shit. I didn't say anything negative or derogatory.
You did say... You insinuated that they were bad.
No, I did not. I said they're the best in the Est, and it didn't rhyme. It just didn't work. They're the beasts. They're beasts of the East. How's that?
Again, you just sound
You think I'm being
sarcastic.
sarcastic because of my previous Hawk slander?
So
They're
right now
they're
the,
shutting
the
me up.
Atlanta Hawks got the sixth best defense and 13th best offensive rating. And you know what? You want to hear a stat? It's like I think it's like 50 or 60% of teams that make it to the NBA finals and win the championship have either a top 15 offense and a top 10 defense or a top 10 offense and a top 15 defense. So right now the Atlanta Hawks have the recipe of a title, a team that could be title contenders. But the thing is I want to talk about something. Did you know we're almost 1/5 of the way through the NBA season?
Oh, that's crazy.
1/5 of the way.
It's flying by, dude. Football's almost done.
Yeah.
Basketball's quarter way almost.
Yeah. So
Faggy.
right now, yep, we're 1/5. Next game, it's 16 and a half is 1/5 of 82. We're 1/5 through the NBA season. The Atlanta Hawks. Okay, I know it's a small sample size of 1/5, but this team, Nate McMillan, also, he's doing well, and he's starting to realize we got to start playing these young guys. We got a guy in AJ Griffin and Jalen Johnson making plays. Jalen Johnson, he's more of a glue guy right now who does a little bit of everything. But AJ Griffin comes in and just shoots threes. The guy's playing 12 minutes a night, and he's averaging 3 threes a game. Like shooting 3 threes, and he's averaging 7 points in like 12.6 minutes. He needs more minutes. Aaron Holiday and Justin Holiday are great backups. Onyeka Okongwu and Clint Capella. You can tell these guys just know they both have to play great because Clint has to keep playing great to keep Onyeka Okongwu from taking his job, and Onyeka Okongwu needs to keep playing great so he can take Clint Capella's job. So they're just both playing pretty freaking well. And then you got DeAndre Hunter, who just got himself a contract, and he's like, okay, now that I've been paid, I know like defensively he hasn't been as solid as he has been in the past, but he offensively, it's clicking. He's hitting like, I think it's like 2 threes a night almost and dropping 15, almost 16 points. Then you got yourself John Collins. He's actually averaging 13 and 8 with a block and a half. He's been like their most consistent guy. Trae Young finally starting to look a bit more consistent at times, but it's still a bit of a mess. He's shooting 38% from the field, 31 from 3, but he's dropping 27. So who cares? And DeJounte Murray really should be getting Defensive Player of the Year recognition because the guy's averaging 2 steals a night with 8 assists, 22 points a night on literally 32% from 3, but he's taking 6 of them a game, 45% from the field. They got 2 All-NBA players, arguably. I mean, Trae Young still be an All-Star. I don't know if for these stats we'll give him an All-NBA, but like this team defensively, though, you got 3 guys in Okongwu, John Collins, and Clint Capella who won't let you near the rim. And John Collins and, DeJounte Murray, Justin Holiday, Aaron Holiday, and DeAndre Hunter all protect the perimeter. And you got shooters and the Holiday Bros, Collins. You got shooters, and I know Collins' shot isn't falling, but Hunter. You got so many shooters on this team. People don't realize. Guess what's in their back pocket?
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich.
And he's going to do wonders for them because they're like, I think, the second or third worst 3-point shooting team in the league. They have 4 guys shooting better than 33% from downtown. Aaron Holiday, AJ Griffin, DeAndre Hunter, and Justin Holiday. So, yeah, things will mesh eventually. What's crazy is they're meshing enough, and they're still getting these wins. And they've had a really difficult schedule, and they kind of like own the Milwaukee Bucks right now. Like they kind of own them. I guess Milwaukee's without Chris still, but like they kind of own Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, and it'll definitely be interesting how the season goes on because I do believe that the Atlanta Hawks are a legit team that is extremely fun to watch. Mm-hmm. And I know the real tests have not came yet. I just want to pull up something I had. And I believe the Hawks are one of the better teams in the NBA. And obviously, I think they're definitely a top 5 team in the NBA. Yes, they've had arguably one of the easier schedules, but their schedule's part. Yes,
who'd they play at the very start? Like
the first 5 games. Yeah, their first 5 games.
They went back to back against Philly. They played.
Milwaukee. I know. But you didn't let me fucking finish, you goddamn bitch. I love you, but look, since the schedule started getting tougher against playoff teams, they've cooled off with a 3-4 stretch. So they started 4-1, then they went 3-4. Okay. So that's not an indictment of anything. And I think what it is they've had some good wins. Okay. They've had some solid wins and beating the Sixers and the Bucks. Yes, they lost to the Jazz and they also lost to the Sixers, but you can't stop Joel Embiid from going Superman. I think the Hawks will have to continue to do good against good playoff teams to justify that they are a good team and that their defense is legit, as it's been better than their offense. That's fine.
Yeah. Trey and DeJounte will be balling out at an efficient level. That's good. That's good.
All right. Now let's move on to a man who returned.
Ooh, Triple J. I have him in fantasy. I was very pleasantly surprised he's back already.
Yeah, he'll make his debut tonight. And it'll be against the Pelicans. Have they said if he's coming off the bench? We assume he's coming off the bench, right?
Yeah, I kind of imagine.
Well, they'll start Santi. Santi, I know he's cooled off, but he's been a solid guy in their place. And yeah, let's talk about Jaren Jackson Jr. How excited for you? One thing, Jaren Jackson Jr., the defense has never been in question. Can we talk about Jaren Jackson Jr.? So he got hurt in the end of 2019, right? And then he just missed a majority of 2020. And this was, I know 2020 was kind of a wash year, but god damn, the Jaren Jackson Jr. we saw in 2019. Oh my god. So in 2021, he didn't fully rebound, but 2020 he was hurt. But in 2019, this guy was a 17.5 points per game, 47% from the field, 39% from three. The year before, he was even in his rookie year was from 51% from field, 36 from three, and grabbing 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, about a steal a night, and almost 2 blocks. Yes, he got better defensively in the past season and a better rebounder, but the 3-point shot has gone down basically with every season.
He did shoot 38% from downtown in the playoffs.
Yes, he did. He did. And one could say that's just because he hadn't played much for 2 years, and now going into year 5, Jaren Jackson Jr. is now 23 years old. That's 7'4" wingspan. I have faith that Jaren Jackson Jr. will be fine. That like this stuff isn't like gonna be something to hold against him, because you're right. In the playoffs, I know he shot 37% from the field, but he did shoot 37% from 3 and averaged 15.5 points. Yeah. And like, if Jaren Jackson Jr. can come back and be this guy who shoots, scores 15 points a night, grabs, 6 to 7 rebounds a night, blocks like 2+ shots a game, steal, assist a night, and then shoots, above league average, above 34% from 3, and can shoot, 45% from the field at least in the 27 minutes he usually plays. I don't think they'll like be that bad. Like, I don't think that's too hard to achieve. I just think my fear is Jaren Jackson Jr. is coming off of, it was a stress fracture, correct me? And he had before that a torn meniscus. And with me, the whole thing with Jaren Jackson Jr. is I want to make sure this wasn't all the same leg, because he had a fractured foot, but I think it was a stretch fracture. And they haven't said which foot, but I think it'll be interesting to see how he'll respond to it. And it's all lower body injuries, and there's always a fear with lower body injuries. So what's your thoughts?
Is meniscus a similar surgery to the ACL where, like, how they – what is it? They remove the ACL or like
ACL. ACL. You either have your patella or your hamstring, I believe, used as.
So ACL is the one that you can come back stronger from.
Yes.
I don't know if meniscus the same.
I believe most knee injuries, except like microfracture, and I think microfracture is really bad. I'm pretty sure most knee injuries you come back stronger because they cut a piece of a muscle from another muscle.
Yeah.
And they replace the torn ligament with another muscle. And typically the muscle they take it from is actually stronger. So the whole thing is why it's painful is when he first recovered from a knee injury is like it's like breaking in a shoe. So like that's why it's like supposedly extremely painful when you first start rehabbing.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Triple J. I think they'll just ease him in there. I think the addition of Santi Aldama is absolutely money for him. You know, Desmond Bane's breakout is awesome for him too. So Triple J doesn't need to be, you know, like an Evan Mobley's a bad example. I can't like Kevin Garnett. He doesn't need to be Kevin Garnett for him with MVP Ja. So
He never was.
yeah, okay, I know. I'm just saying, like what you were saying, the 15 points, 6.5 rebounds, the 2 blocks a game, shooting 34%, above 34% from downtown. That gets the job done, especially with the emergence of Bane. So I think what's promising is he played 78 games last year. I think that's something that was just completely thrown out the window because he got injured in the playoffs. But he played 78 games. So
no, he was healthy. But what I was saying is I was trying to insinuate maybe the shooting and the scoring that like
yeah, that's fair. I don't
is
need him to
a
do
result
anything
of
crazy.
no, he doesn't need to do anything. And there's new other players on the roster who get more touches than him. But I was just saying maybe the injuries have something to do with his shooting and scoring being down.
Yeah, hopefully he figures it out. 2097, damn, it's a tough one. It's probably can rewind it. I don't know. All right, Rose. It sucks.
Let's move over to. I actually do want to play something. Give us a little mental break before we finish up this. What are you singing?
The Pirtle game.
You know what time it is? It's time for that game. Jackson gets excited. A lot of people get excited.
Maybach music.
Here we go.
Took her to the mansion. It was
Turtle time. What, you want to rap with the beat? Rap with the beat.
No, I worked the first lyric yesterday. I got the second one today. I'll get the third one tomorrow.
So today in Pirtle. Oh, wow.
That's easy.
Serge Ibaka.
No, not even close. I'm going to go with my man, Kobe Bryant. Damian Lillard. I don't think Dame's got that fat of a head, though.
Guy's got a fat ass head. Okay, he's 32. Thank you. He's taller than 6'2", but not by much.
6'2". All right, I'll focus in. It's Javon Carter. He's in the West.
Who just dropped the bowl so fucking loud?
You can hear Nick. I know. I don't know how our walls could possibly be. My walls were so thin in Chicago. They're possibly thinner here.
If you guys have sex, like girl has to, you guys have to be completely silent.
I say this. I say the same thing.
All right.
I think that's Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry's not 30.
I'm not voting this. I'm not doing that. I'm saying you should do that. I'm gonna play by the rules. I'm gonna let you have this, guys.
All right.
And this dance.
Thank you. I think
he's not in the Northwest. I'm stupid. Okay. Oh shit! I have the answer. Let's go. It's John Wall. Yeah, I do the John. Oh, John. Wow. That's actually who I had. That was my guess before you went Reggie. I didn't know he had that fat of a head.
I didn't know he had that fat of a head of me either. Yeah. They made his fat. It kind of looked like Marcus Morris.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my fire. We're back. That was a horrible week last week for me. I was like, I could not get like anything going. I'm catching a groove, dude. I'm all over the box scores these days. Like, I'm dialed, I guess you could say. So, kind of effed.
Fuck me. If I want, I was gonna go to the gym tonight, but that's just straight up not happening. I feel
It's already
fat.
dark, and what is it? Probably like 30 degrees out there by you.
I'm like fat today.
Whoa, you're not showing this.
We're not showing nips here.
We're like
I'm fat as hell. Dude, I feel fat.
Nick, I can hear every single thing you do. That's what I said on Saturday. Like,
I know.
how am I supposed to have sex when I can hear every single thing you're doing out there?
That makes no sense. You guys should get like
It's this vent.
soundproofing.
You
guys
see this
should get
vent?
soundproof your walls. Soundproof your walls.
It's not the walls. It's this fucking fat vent.
Also, check out this fraternity sweatshirt I got yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Is that kind of sick?
Yeah.
Wearing. I just want to. All right, let's move on to. We were just talking about Kyle Lowry. Let's talk about his teammate who went the fuck off.
Duncan Robinson.
Dude, I took a sip of coffee and it's like really woken me up. Plus,
I really want a Keurig. I think if I got a Keurig, I'd abuse it.
No, so what you need, don't waste money on a Keurig. I'll send you a link. I spent $20 on this Walmart store brand version Keurig, and it comes with
perfect.
And it comes with not only a thing to put Keurigs, but it comes with this thing that you can also put ground coffee in it, and it's cool. The shape. It's a reusable Keurig, so it's in the shape of a Keurig, and you open it up and you put 2 spoons of coffee in there, and you press ground, and you can either do Keurig K cups or K pods, or you can do just ground coffee and pour it in there, and you just wash it and you throw it in the dishwasher. So
I love that. I'll never be able to sleep. That's perfect.
Dude, what do you think I do? Besides Adderall, but
there you go.
Plus, I put tea in there sometimes. Like I'll stuff a tea bag in the Keurig, so then I just brews tea, or I do mate. I'll put you on the mate.
Yeah, we've talked. Yeah, it's that
All right, let's move on to a man named Bam Adebayo. I don't know why I said it like that, but I also got casted in like 2 short films I got to shoot. One, I'm a Muppet doctor, and the other one, I'm a murderer. It's like
murder one a lot more.
Yeah, and it's also like really weird because I'm the only one in that class that's not an acting or like not a film or a theater major. And like I had like 5 people ask me to be their films. I was like, my teacher only let me do 2 because like of scheduling. And
that X factor.
Yeah, no.
Charisma can't be taught, kids.
I'm also just like fucking incredibly whimsical.
What's that word?
Like I just like here. Well, know what? Let's talk about Bam Adebayo, and I'll read you some of my script.
Okay.
All right. So Bam Adebayo, dude, this guy. We talked about his slow start this season.
Yeah.
But you have him in fantasy?
No, I wouldn't make that mistake.
Okay, so Bam Adebayo. Shut the fuck up. But Bam Adebayo for the season, averaging 19 points. And it's basically he just picked up from last year and just continued, just dominating. And it's crazy to think about that Bam Adebayo's in year 6. It did not seem like he's been in the league for that long. Okay. And first off, he was the 14th overall pick. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
And I know he's shooting the ball the least efficient he has so far this season, 1/5 through it. But man, if Bam continues this 30, 24 points outing, and it's as a result because he's taking more touches over the last 2 games, they've been feeding him the ball 18. He's been taking 18 shots a game. And I think this is what they need. They need this over the last 2 games. It's 54 points. So he's averaging 27 a night. I'm not saying we need him to average 27 a night. God, no. But what we need Bam Adebayo to be averaging is more than 20 points a night for this team. So the Heat can have another 20-point scorer alongside Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero. Okay, they need. I'm not saying like every team needs 3 20-point scores, but when you have 3 20-point scores, you're gonna win a lot of fucking games. And the reason why they also need it is their best 3 players have been Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo. And then it falls off. I'm not saying Caleb Martin and Max Strus have been bad. They've been really good, but they are role players. They don't have a fourth guy.
Depot.
And
yeah, so that makes Bam need to do even more.
Yeah, they need him to be like an all-NBA player.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's still starting a little bit slow, but yeah, especially the last 5 games, we've definitely seen an improvement. I think it's just so critical to him, man. Like, they could get away with a Father Time, Kyle Lowry, Oladipo giving me at least 15, Jimmy and Bam giving me 20, and their defense, and Tyler Hero giving me 20 off the bench. It's fine. I still don't view them as like finals threats, but Bam going off definitely helps.
Yeah, no, I think one thing is do you think Bam Adebayo is the type of guy that, yes, he doesn't have a 3-point shot, but do you think he can elevate his game to a 25-point scorer?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I hope I'm wrong. I think he's a guy who could go for 25 for stints. He also doesn't need to drop 25 for a whole season, but it would definitely help. I unfortunately view him.
Jackson, what's your email?
I'll private chat it.
But because I'm about to send you these scripts, we're going to end out the show with us acting out these logs.
Oh, nice. I just watched Notting Hill.
I'm about to watch it. Don't spoil it.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, me and Nikki are working our way through the Hugh Grant rom-coms. Okay,
that's hilarious.
We saw
2 nights ago.
We saw, what is it, 3 or 4 weddings and a funeral.
Oh my god!
You gotta watch
that is
4 weddings and a funeral. It's 4 weddings. That's like 4 weddings and a funeral is the movie that got Hugh Grant famous. It's like a super British, like movie. I've seen Bridget Jones' Diary. You got to see Music and Lyrics, dude. You'll fucking love Music and Lyrics. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I just watched When Harry Met
Sally. You still use your Loyola email? It hasn't closed on you?
No, I get it forever.
You do?
Oh, Drew Barrymore, I love her.
Yeah, you gotta watch Music and Lyrics. I'll play the intro song for Music and Lyrics here in a sec, but okay.
I didn't see her. Yeah, 41st Dates is a good one, Drew Barrymore.
That's a great movie, 41st Dates.
You haven't seen When Harry Met Sally? That's like the best rom-com of all time.
When Henry Met Sally, I've seen that one.
Henry Met Sally.
When Harry Met Sally.
Real quick, before the script, let's play a game called Guess This Player, and I'll give you a stat line for a season.
All right, go for it.
73 games, 43 starts, 14.2 points, 11.8 rebounds, 3.7 blocks. In the year 2015, 2016.
Oh, I don't fucking know, man.
You do.
Dwight Howard.
No, very good guess.
Marcin Gortat.
A horrible guess.
Hassan Whiteside.
3.7 blocks. There you go. Yes, that's Hassan Whiteside.
All right, pull up the script.
It's in a different tab, so I won't be able to see your face.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you just sent me the final script. Oh, I thought it was like
the horror one. The horror one. You ready?
No, I don't have Microsoft Word already.
It doesn't matter.
Which one am I?
You'll be actor 2.
Okay.
2 people sit on a couch. They've been watching a movie. The sound of an end credits play on the TV. Actor 1 is invested. Actor 2, not so much. It's Q. You're actor 2. You're actor.
What? I'm not in the right. Dude, are you okay?
No, you're writing the wrong. It says, "Wow, that movie sucked." Page.
Yeah. Wow, that movie sucked.
It didn't suck. You have bad taste.
Whatever. I just think that Evan Hansen should have been played by a real high schooler. That's all.
It wouldn't be a high school drama if the high schoolers were played by actual high schoolers, because actual high schoolers are just boring, gross, and weird. They're uninteresting subjects.
That is not. Oh, yeah. You're right.
I always am.
That page isn't loading for me. I'm at dude, are you okay? That's It like actually just skips that page.
Dude, okay, so you're the dude. Are you okay? Okay. 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 You go, dude. Look, buddy, that's where you're at.
Dude, look, buddy, pal. Can I call you pal? We've talked about this. We're on set. When we're on set, we have to be professional with one another. None of this dude
Oh
stuff.
wait, this is me.
We
This
aren't
is me.
friends. Oh,
I realized I was. Uh, dude, look, buddy, pal. Can I call you pal? We've talked about this. We're on set, and when we're on set, we have to be professional with one another. None of this dude stuff. We aren't friends.
whoa, man. I was just kidding about the Dear Evan Hansen stuff. Ben Platt's a really good actor, just not in that lighting.
Jesus, let's just go from the top. Can we please stop acting like your character in between takes? It's freaking me out. Method acting is a one-way ticket to getting canceled these days. Plus, it sort of just makes you look like an asshole.
Okay, dude,
Look, what did I just say?
Oh shit. Sorry, pal or whatever the fuck. What are you doing? You're acting like you're straight up on crack right now. Do you smoke something during the movie? More importantly, did you smoke something without me during the movie?
Whatever. I don't get paid enough for this. Just sit back down from the top. Are you going to sit down and say your first line, or are you going to keep looking at me like a dumbass?
Yeah, okay, I can do that. I should probably stay anyway, since I'm not entirely convinced you aren't on crack. So, what's my first line?
You don't know.
Dude, I have no clue what's going on.
God damn it. Why do I have to do everything? Just use your script.
What script?
The one in your back pocket.
I don't have. Whoa. What the fuck? What is this? When did you put this in my pocket?
Can you read your first line?
Wow, that movie sucked.
It didn't suck. You have bad taste.
Wait, these are all lines?
Yes.
But these are things we've actually said to each other. This is our entire evening together. How did you know what I was going to say? And why is it in a fucking script? Okay, dude, that's it. That is it. You're freaking me the fuck out. I'm officially freaked the fuck out. You aren't an actor. We aren't actors. We're friends. I mean, come on. This is insane. I've known you for years. That watch you're wearing, I got that for you for your birthday last year.
Good character analysis work, I guess. But it's just a prop.
A prop? A fucking prop? Okay, that's it. I'm leaving.
What makes you think you can leave?
Shit, dude.
Sit down and say your lines. Sit down and say your fucking lines. Good. That wasn't so hard, was it? On the top.
Wow, that movie sucked.
It didn't suck. You have bad taste.
Whatever. I just think Evan Hansen should have been played by a real high schooler. That's all.
It wouldn't be a high school drama if the high schoolers were played by actual high schoolers, because actual high schoolers are just boring, gross, and weird. They're uninteresting subjects.
That is not. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I always am. Keep going.
You are always right. Almost, at least. That's why we're friends. You know almost everything. I know almost nothing. It's a shame you have to do this again. I thought you had finally gotten it right this time, but this is the show, and this is how it ends. What does that mean?
Lights flash, they go down and come back up. Actor 1 is standing behind the couch with a knife. Actor 1 slits Actor 2's throat. Actor 2 dies. The light flash again, and everything seems to reset. The world is as it was, calm, neutral, relaxed. Actor 1 is sitting in the same spot on the couch as before. We hear the end credits of the movie on the TV. Wow, that movie sucked. It didn't suck. You have bad taste.
What the fuck?
Do you get it?
Yeah, no, they killed him.
Yeah, it killed them.
What is the...
It's a horror movie.
Yeah, but why did he kill me?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that was hard. That was cool. That was fun.
Yeah, and then the other one I got, we don't have to do it, but
Which one
yeah.
are you though in that one? Actor one?
Uh, they still haven't. I think I'm being the murderer. I'm actor one,
Okay.
and the other one I'm Dennis.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Huh?
I thought you said something else.
Nah. Go. If did you want to do Dennis or no?
What is Dennis? I thought you were saying you're like Dennis from It's Always Sunny, and I was like, yeah. Yeah, what's that? Is that the other one? This
Yeah.
is the show.
Did I not get sent this one? I might not have been
Oh
sent.
yeah, okay, yeah, this is different.
Is it the same one or is it different?
No, this is your show or the show. This is the show.
When I see
Oh,
this,
that's the same one.
yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah. I don't think I have the other one. The other one I have in hand,
Mm.
where I play I'm a Muppet. I have a Muppet in my hand,
Yeah, that's weird.
and I'm a crazy
I
scientist.
I think you'll get when you watch the movie tonight what I'm talking about now.
Alrighty, dude. These grad school applications,
Just get a job like a normal geek.
nah, dude. Look. They didn't even email. They didn't start emailing me back till like after. They're like, thank you for submitting your application for our journalism MA program. We're looking forward to reviewing. Well, it's probably. I don't know how to full screen this, but we're looking forward to reviewing your process. I gotta still send them my portfolio. Which, if you want to see my portfolio, most beat. Yeah, let's go to my website. That I don't
Oh,
really.
cool. I did do that for a final.
I had to do that in like freshman year of college or sophomore year of college. I had to build a fucking website.
Lame. Oh,
All right, let's close and accept. I gotta change that. It's just journalist now.
oh.
University of Kansas sports media journalist student and journalism student. Journalist student. That's fucking terrible English. About me.
Whoa, short hair.
Yeah, isn't that absurd to see with the short hair?
It's a different person. Yeah.
That's a different person. That's me like sophomore year of college, like 2 years
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Still beard. The beard has not changed.
Yeah.
The beard stays. The beard does not go.
Well, you wrote for a Total Frat Move?
Yeah, I wrote for Turtle Frat Move. Let's fucking go sports. Wrote opinion columns. I've done a lot of writing. I've done other stuff.
Nice.
And then these are my shit. But then we'll go over here. My portfolio. This is just part of it. Got a couple of videos in that bitch. Got a couple. Oh, this is my Dustin Johnson one.
Gretzky, the daughter of Wayne Gretzky, he has been suspended 3 times from the PGA Tour for cocaine twice since 2009 and once for marijuana. Dustin also allegedly slept with Will McKenzie's wife, Allie McKenzie. This is all speculation, but still, this man has lived the life that every frat boy could dream of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's up there. This is some boring ass shit about what I wrote about the city commission's plan, transportation's plan. Holy fuck, was that boring? I wrote about the city commission. This is like what an article looks like. It's pretty boring fucking shit. Here's another article.
Ooh, Wolves.
Yeah, this one was Timberwolves. Here's another one about another transportation bullshit. Here's a one about virtual classes. And then, 5 articles. Holy fuck, I didn't realize I wrote that much. Yeah, I got more. And then we got over here. Yeah, that's just all my shit right there. And then my about. Yeah, first generation American.
Why'd you say that?
Just because you want to milk the fact that I'm a fucking golden diversity hire, affirmative action.
I didn't. I got that mixed up. I see what you mean now. Yeah, I was wondering why that wasn't included. I see.
Yeah, so that's my website here. I'll pull up my last thing. All right, right here. This is they haven't hit me up to write again since I wrote an article that they didn't publish, which I wrote that there should only be 3 sports leagues: a women's only sports league, a men's only sports league, and that there should be a gender inclusive sports league. I wrote that I don't think it's fair to have trans athletes in their non-born sport, like natural born. So I said the way to remedy that situation, because sports is all about being fair, let's create a gender inclusive league where anybody can fight any gender, but you do it by weight class. That's like not a bad idea, right?
Yay. I don't know who
Yeah.
would watch that, but
They,
yeah.
but yeah, I know, but they ghosted me. They didn't even because we're like super liberal. They just ghosted me. They've never asked me to write again. They've never hit me up. They just didn't even tell me if my story was good. Eventually, they probably read that. They were just read that. And they were like, no.
Yeah, we're all set.
They're all set. So I wrote like the last article I wrote that they published back in July was like, where are the Kansas Jayhawks going?
Oh, I feel like I kind of remember you promoting this or something.
I probably told you about it.
Or I saw it maybe on Twitter or something.
Then this one I just wrote a script to a YouTube video and then I just sent them it and I was just like, take it, you goddamn cunts. And then they published it. This is actually a script I used for a YouTube video, and dude, oh my god, I just realized. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. You want to say,
All right, here's another one.
Oh, I think I've seen this one too.
Yeah, I made a YouTube video on this one. All right. Yeah, this is about.
Oh yeah, because it had a really low quality picture. We talked about that.
Yeah, I was like, you guys used out of all the fucking pictures, you used the picture from like 2012. It was absurd, and I gave them a picture. This one was one of my longer articles. Like, it's fucking long.
How long did that take, do you think?
Like 2 hours.
Jeez.
I'm like an extremely fast typer as well. Like, I don't fuck around with my typing.
I'm like beep, boop, 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 one middle or my index finger.
This is one where I literally bashed the
Jayhawks.
Yeah, about why they suck at developing players.
Bill Self's overrated.
Bill Self's not overrated. It's just his system is not meant for people. But yeah, there's like the 3 articles are written there. I kind of wrote just so when I applied to graduate school, I was like, here's 3 things on a website.
Yeah, I know. Gets the job done.
Yeah, I know. All right, that was today's show. I do have to go to Kansas City and pay for my girlfriend's tattoo as a birthday present.
Kansas City?
I don't know why, but yeah. Well,
because far?
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes.
Oh, well, that's not far.
No, it's like
I was thinking like 3 hours.
No, it's like a 30 to 40 minutes drive. But all the tattoo shops here, it's not that they're bad, but they're not necessarily great. But most of them are by appointment here. So my girlfriend likes going to this one that we've gone before, and it's cash only, and like we'll be in and out of there like within an hour.
Nice.
So
just don't look at the needle.
I don't. Well, the last tattoo was on my girlfriend's ass that I had to be there, so it was like kind of weird because some guy was tattooing my girlfriend's ass. So like, well, I just sat there.
Yeah, I'm sure they're used to it.
Yeah, I know. But now she's getting a tattoo because she's getting one like right here. Like right here. It's 222.
Jeez.
What?
Seems like some voodoo shit.
Nah, it's like her lucky like triple number because she wants us like a patchwork sleeve. If that makes sense. Do you know what that means?
I just heard a sleeve.
Yeah, she wants a sleeve on her left arm.
Oh my god! Why?
Because
is she retarded?
Like she wants like.
Is that too rude to say?
She wants like a sleeve like this. She doesn't want anything on her hands. Here, I'll show you what they look like. They're called patchwork sleeves. Like
yeah, I know some. TikTokers.
Yeah, she wants like this.
Oh
Like
my
here's.
goodness.
She wants a sleeve like that. Like, but she doesn't want anything because she's going to be a lawyer. She doesn't want anything like wrists and below. She doesn't do that. No, nothing on the hands. Here's a good example. Hey, you coming over?
Yeah.
Here, let me call you right back in 30 seconds. I was just ending the show. We just went a little long.
Okay, well, why would you fucking answer? Okay, bye.
She's just so
We're on
funny.
a show. Leave me. Oh, she has my I know. It's for the views.
It's for the views. All right. You know what time it is, guys. And I hope you guys. All right. Have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your days.
Peace.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes,
Be a friend
sir.
and tell a friend if you
Really?
enjoyed. Yeah, I'm here tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm back every day. Every
Oh,
day.
cool. Man. See ya.
Bye.